freaking 2:14 in the morning. Why am I doing this? So for about 4 years now, I have been eating grits and eggs every single night before I go to bed. So I am up late tonight blogging to you because I want you to see how I make grits and eggs every single night. I'm wearing my robe. I couldn't find my belt, but I found my church tie. I don't wear anything under my robe. I get 2 eggs for every 2 bags of grits. Uncle Wad tried to get me to buy other grits, and he was trying to get me to get away from the instant grits, but that's what I find to be the best. I'm gonna show you. Keep in mind I'm using one hand because I'm using the other hand for your viewing pleasure. Let's see here. By the way, it's 2 a.m., 2:08 a.m. See, if my wife were to say, hey, what time is it? And I were to say, oh, it's 2 a.m., she would say, no, what time is it? Oh, it's 2:08 a.m. Oh, I mean, it's 2:09 a.m. Man, that messed up the whole flow of this. But I can't imagine how a minute or two could really make the difference between something that requires you to ask me the exact time. Because if it was like 8:15, I would say 8:15. If it was 8:12, I would still say 8:15. If it was 8:20, I might say 8:15, but more likely I'll say 8:30. Because, you know, now it's getting a little later. When I was a kid, when the butter came in and there was that swirl, you know, that perfect swirl? Not like this, but you know what I mean? It looked nice. It looked nice. Hold on, I'll try to recreate it here. You know what? This will be a thing. Maybe I can get this to be a YouTube sensation. Everybody get out and try to recreate the butter as it came in the container. So that's about as close as I'm gonna. Look at this guy right here. If you go like this, like that, do you see that? That's what it looks like. Well, there's a little more of a little pop right there. That thing I love when I was a kid. I used to just take it and just eat it just like that. Mmm. Actually, it's not that bad. So we're cooking 2 eggs and we got our grits. So I'm gonna go ahead and put probably, I don't know, that much water. I don't measure it. I just, if I see this motion, that's good. Once it's all right there, looking good, looking good. And see how it's kind of still kind of chunky and thick? You see that? That's how I like it. That's how I prefer it, okay? You don't have to eat the grits that I make, but I bet you they're still really good if you were to try them. You throw it on top, just like that. I don't recommend having this much butter if you were to eat this every single night. So for the people who stuck around and just want to know how I'm making grits and eggs, here's your chance. Well, I put it on medium flame, not too high, and yes, we have gas. Oh, whoa, whoa. It's like a fireworks show you would see at Walt Disney World. So I'm gonna do this with one hand. Check this out. One-handed egg crack. All right. Okay, so that was a mess up. Try number 2. Try number 2. Who's on my side? Yes. Not so bad. Not so bad. All right, so you gotta take them. You gotta flip them real quick like that, Jack. All right, and then what I do, this is how I like them. Once again, everybody's different. I like my eggs runny. That's how I like them. I like my eggs runny. I like them runny. That's the way I like them. All right, so here we go. We're gonna take those. I know you don't think that's cooked, okay? Maybe in your book. My book, oh, jeez, forget it. All right, it's not about presentation here at 2:17 in the morning. We put the grits in the microwave now. Do a minute and a half, okay? That's gonna leave them a little crunchy still, but that's how I like it. Crunchy grits with runny eggs. I also don't do very much cooking. I've been married, what, almost 8 years now, and I may have cooked probably 10 meals, maybe. I just haven't gotten there yet, okay? But what I want to do with you is I want to start cooking meals every night. I know right now we don't have a big following, okay? So I'm going to be reading these comments over the next 5 years, 10 years, and I'll still cook them then. Don't be afraid to comment. Let's say it's 2025 right now and you're watching this video on your super mega lasertron that just, it's like a hat, but it comes down in your face whenever you ask for it, because everything comes back. And hats were popular for a while and now they're not, but they're gonna get back popular because they're gonna have lasers that come down in front of your face and you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. And that's how it's gonna be, I think. That's what I think. So if a company comes your way and asks you for money, do it. It's a good one. It's a good investment for sure. For sure. Okay, so here we are. There we are. Cooking. You got the butter. You got the runny eggs. Plop them in there. Just like that. There it is. There it is. All right. Now, I would recommend that you go ahead and get your placemat ready. Sit down, enjoy yourself. This isn't one of those meals where you want to half hold it while you're sitting on the couch and then you're too lazy, so you put the bowl on the floor and then you step on the bowl, or you leave the bowl there in the morning and then your wife finds out that you were up at 2:20 in the morning messing the kitchen up. She just wants to know where her hand towel is. That's most of the time what happens in this house. I take this hand towel like so, this one right here. Woo-wee, just like that. I'm gonna grab this cloth. So we got these cloths right here, came from my grandmother when we were stationed in Italy. These have lasted a long time. So she buys quality. I mean, we've had these for 6 years or more. That's something on the lens. I was only saying that out louder because I wanted her to hear me blogging down here that I was going to put the towel back. And she'd be like, oh man, that's been so awesome. Maybe she would, you know, send it out to Catherine. I don't know. Who's Catherine? Catherine's her cousin, who she texts all the time. And I'm sure the entire time through their conversations, they're just talking about me and how awesome I am and how Catherine thinks I am the coolest person she's ever met, ever. What I'm gonna do is take this towel and I'm gonna hide it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up before we eat the grits, because we want them to cool down a little bit so it doesn't burn all this. All this inside, scar tissue. This was 2 eggs and 2 packets of pre-packed grits. And I literally have destroyed the kitchen. It's 2:29. So tonight's trash night, which is one of my favorite days of the week, because I know that the things that stink here will stink somewhere else. And that's what I would prefer to have, because I don't like stinky things in my house. One of my fears as a kid is that I would be the person who had the smelly house. Like, you can go into some of your friends' parents' houses as kids and you go in and their house smells. And it is packed to the top. So no night could be better than the night that is right here. Am I gonna go outside in my robe? Yes, yes I'm going to. In my neighborhood, I don't care. It's gonna get kind of dark for a second, but we'll be right back. If there's no room in my trash can, I generally try to use my neighbor's, because we are, there we go. Dun. That's the last thing I need, is the HOA to send me a letter saying that I was, you know what? I'm wondering if I should go to the mail. No? Okay. No, I'm not. That's probably a good decision. You know what? Let's go. Let's go to the mail. Come on. I ran with my cousin the other day and I didn't stretch. Oh yes, there's a piece of mail in here. Just one. Ooh, it doesn't have a label on it. It's what I call a surprise. All right. Well, we took the trash out. We made grits and eggs. Please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. You're awesome. You have a great day. I do love you.